to you in association with GoDaddy.com, Lonsdale, and Bama 9. Our referee in charge of this contest, introducing Mark Goddard. Firstly, on my left, fighting this evening out of the red corner, his official weight for this contest, 156 pounds. He has a fight record of 28 visits to the cage, 18 victories with 10 defeats. Ladies and gentlemen, from Doncaster, England, would you please welcome Jason Daddy Cool Ball. And across the ring, in the blue corner, stands his opponent. His weight on the scales at 154 pounds, 8 ounces. He brings to the ring a fight record of 7 visits, 6 victories, all of which have finished inside the scheduled distance with just 1 defeat. Ladies and gentlemen, from Sunderland, England, would you welcome Colin Freakshow Fletcher! This is a lightweight contest, 3 5-minute rounds of MMA action.
Do you see the death stare that Colin Fletcher gave Jason Ball during that introduction, and still gives him here? Freakshow's fingernails and toenails are painted green. His shorts a kaleidoscope of colour.
He's borderline magical here tonight.
Michael Chavello, Pierre Guillet with you. The coloured trunks of the Freakshow Colin Fletcher, the white and black of Jason Ball. Outside thigh kick, then a high right round from the Freakshow. Ball going for the 1-2 kangaroo down the centre corridor. Round kick to the upper right rib cage from Freakshow. He's got to keep his hands up. We know the boxing skills of Jason Ball.
He's looking very good, though. He's varying up the shots, including the kick on the tail end of that. But he's pawing out with that punch. He needs to throw it nice and long to keep that distance, utilize that long reach that he has.
There's the jab, you must have heard you, Pierre. Circling counterclockwise at the moment, now goes clockwise does the Freakshow. Inside thigh kick from Fletcher. Again with the inside thigh kick. One way to slow down the boxing of Jason Ball is to tenderise his legs. You bang a boxer's legs and they can't get that beautiful torque in the hips. They can't get the power in the punches, Pierre.
And it makes him a lot easier to tag with your kicks, with your strikes, and with your punches. And I tell you what, he is really stepping up the pace on the work rate here in the first round. It's one Colin Freakshow Fletcher.
The Freakshow continues to circle into the power hand of Jason Ball. He's showing no respect for the right cross of Ball, and Ball's not even throwing that hand. Now he throws it, but Fletcher continually drifts into it, Pierre.
Fletcher shows good head movement. He slipped the right cross there by Cool Daddy Ball and was able to land right after. And I tell you what, he's looking really good with the footwork, not standing in front, and he's varying up his shots.
I don't know if Jason Ball has actually landed a clean shot yet, let alone throw that many strikes here in the first round. It's been all Freakshow. Left hook from Freakshow. Outside thigh kick again. That time the toes just clipped in the outside thigh, then goes to the inside thigh to that femoral profunda. Front kick to the midsection from Freakshow. And a nice stiff jab down the centre. Sitting behind that reach is Colin Fletcher. And again. Twisted between the hands of Jason Ball. Good show so far.
Freakshow is really throwing that jab with some mean intentions, coming straight down the pipe, and it's finding its mark 9 times out of 10.
Good outside leg kick from Freakshow. Gets caught with a short left hook. Best shot of the fight so far from Jason Ball. And Ball counter right hand as Freakshow left the left side of his face exposed. Double jab. Sets up a wild uppercut. Almost a bolo punch. There's a right cross as a lead from the Freakshow. Jumping knee. Freakshow getting airborne, and already there's a cut over the left eye of Jason Ball, courtesy of the right hand of Freakshow.
Now Ball is getting a full array of Freakshow's attacks from top to bottom. Now I think that's making the big difference, because he's not just punching. He's punching, he's kicking, and he's kneeing.
Freakshow continues to circle into the right hand of Ball. Ball is not capitalising, however. Front kick off the back leg from Colin Fletcher. Inside thigh kick again. And to the outside thigh. That one maybe tagged the sciatic nerve. A little bit of limping now on that lead leg of Jason Ball. He's going to start checking those kicks or getting out of range, or it's going to be very hard for him to walk in the second.
Now he catches the leg, however, with that long reach. Freakshow almost tagged him with the right.
While Freakshow is choosing to keep it on its feet, Jason Ball needs to be taking advantage of his boxing skills. He's not, though, Pierre.
But at what point does Ball have to change it? Ooh, nice right round kick again by Freakshow. At what point does Fletcher have to, does Ball have to change up his game plan and try to take it to the ground to minimize the attack on the legs?
Freak Show unscathed, doing all the damage here. Another slapping inside thigh kick. And Jason Ball just looking confused. Muay Thai style overhand elbow there from Freak Show, but he telegraphed it. Jab from Ball, still can't get his distance, still can't close the gap on the very evasive Freak Show Fletcher. Outside thigh kick from Freak Show. That one buckled the knee.
Freak Show is throwing that 1-2 combination right round kick. It's landing on the money, and again he attacks that quad. Ball is visibly starting to limp here.
The Freak Show, more combinations than a Chinese restaurant here in the first. Absolutely doing a number on Jason Ball. He's the liver on that occasion. Oh, beautifully done. Muay Thai to the lead thigh. This is just succulent striking from the Freak Show, Pierre.
Very, very great striking for a Freak Show. If I'm in the corner of Ball, though, I'm going to tell him to, let's break down that distance, try to check him, try to get him down to the ground and see if we can make something happen from there, because obviously the stand-up not working for Cool Daddy.
Ball came forward, still couldn't connect with the clean shot he's been after. Jump walking right hand gets countered to the jugular with a left hook from the Freak Show. Locked that one into the history books. 10-9 opening round for the Freak Show. Colin Fletcher.
I think that we can say that the leg kicks slowing down Cool Daddy Ball, but just the volume, the work rate that Fletcher is working at is a superhuman rate. And I'll tell you what, if there's more of this in the second, Ball is going to have his hands full.
Look at the Freak Show bouncing around in his corner. No movement, meanwhile, in the corner of Jason Ball. Plenty of instructions as the corner crew puts Vaseline over the left eye. Maybe a little bit of adrenaline in there as well for Jason Ball. But so relaxed in the corner of the Freak Show as well they should be. Their man doing everything right in the opening round. It is all for Jason Ball to do. Second of 3.
Now, Jason, as a boxer, it's going to be interesting to see if he varies up his stance, moving into that southpaw to help try to take some of that punishment off of that the left lead leg.
Skip up front kick from Freak Show to open up the second round, and then sitting behind that jab. Switches to southpaw, throws the right as a lead, now switches back to orthodox.
A little bit surprised that Ball hasn't tried to initiate a takedown, because Freak Show is standing very straight up and down. Easy to get possibly a double leg, and you're going to have to vary it up because the stand-up's not working so far for Ball.
Freak Show is just having his way here. It's almost like a glorified sparring session for Colin Fletcher. He's doing it that easy. And Jason Ball being nothing but a pinata so far. And now they lock up and Freak Show breaks off. It's just not working here for Jason Ball, Pierre.
He caught that front foot jab. I don't know why he didn't try to reap the leg or try to switch over to an ankle pick or some type of takedown just to see if he could change, his luck down on the mat.
Fletcher setting that right hand perhaps. Goes double with the left as he switched momentarily to southpaw, now back to his orthodox position. Just a little thumb in the eye here. He's a good sportsman, Colin Fletcher, apologises for it. Loves that skip up front kick. A good jab, threads its way through again.
Good kick there by Ball. Straight across the midsection of Freak Show.
Checks the low kick. Freak Show throws the right hand as a lead. Goes downstairs, and that's a bit of like it from Ball. Gets the lead leg out of range, so Freak Show can't tag it as he was in the first.
Those Muay Thai round kicks are thudding throughout the NIA, and he's putting, again, a lot of torque on those round kicks.
Scary stuff indeed. Oh, jumping knee, just trying to tuck it under the chin of Ball. There's still that cut over the left eye of Ball. There is a small nick as well under the right eye of Ball. Catches the kick. No sweeping under the support leg, though, from Ball.
I'm puzzled by the strategy of Ball here in the second round. Again, big right cross straight down the pipe, lands on Fletcher, got his attention.
Jason Ball needs to step up his game here. Fletcher just keeping a steady work rate.
Freak Show is really, really controlling, dictating the pace, dictating the movement. Ball is going to have to, get on the ball here in the second and try to make something happen.
Inside leg kick from the Freak Show. Then goes up to the rib cage on the left side of the carcass. Jason Ball is just sitting at a distance where Freak Show continually picks him off. He's got to either stay on the outside or get on the inside. He's sitting in no man's land at the moment. And Freak Show just having his way. Look at that. Jab, outside leg kick, just flipped him on the cup.
Keep going now, he's good.
Some blood coming from the nose now of Jason Ball. Courtesy of those jabs from Freak Show.
Freak Show just varying up his attack again throughout the first and even through the second. Top to bottom, bottom to top. You don't know which angle he's throwing his shots from either.
Counter right hand from Ball. Not really phasing Freak Show. Step cross outside thigh kick from Freak Show. Looks to clinch up now. Gut munching knee and Jason Ball jukes off the fence. That's more like it from Daddy Cool.
You get a sense that he's very frustrated and he's just throwing shots. Hopefully puncher's chance of landing something nice and clean on the Freak Show.
Freak Show uses his reach so well. Not only the reach in his arms, but the reach in his legs as well. As a tall, lanky beanpole fighter at 6'2", and he uses every millimetre of it. Sorry for you Americans at HDNet, every inch of it. 1 minute remaining here in the second. Fakes the inside thigh kick to his Freak Show. And then sends it up to the midsection. The jab again. He's had more jabs than a diabetic. Outside thigh kick from Freak Show. Then goes up to the liver section. And again cracks away to the lower right rib cage. The reddened right rib cage of Jason Ball. Ball trying to power through but finding nothing but forearms. And Freak Show continually moving, circling, never remaining a stagnant target here.
And that's just showing, his ring or craftsmanship inside the cage. Again, I love his work rate. High percentage of shots, top to bottom. Keep on doing what you're doing. Freak Show is on his way here in the second to the W.
Front kick again. The foot jab, just keeping Ball at bay. Not only that, folks, but if you've ever taken a front kick to the midsection, once the balls of the feet are dug into your stomach, it really can hurt. End of the second round, 1 more to go, 2 rounds to a big goose egg in favour of Colin Fletcher. Jason Ball has got to do something, and he's only got 1 round left to do it, Pierre.
It's going to be very hard for him if Fletcher keeps up that work rate, which I expect that he will. And he's just varying up the angles that he's throwing the shots, making it very hard for Ball to land anything clean. The one thing that Ball did have in the second was that flurry up against the far side of the cage. It looked like he got frustrated, and maybe that's what we need. A little bit more frustration, a little bit more mean intentions from Jason Ball. Try to make it happen.
Should that be a game plan of Ball in the third round? Maybe instead of staying in centre cage and being forced to follow Fletcher around, back himself up against the fence, allow Fletcher to come to him, and then see maybe if he can lock Fletcher up.
I tell you what, Mike, you are an MMA genius. Beautifully put, and if he can execute it, maybe he'll have a better chance of coming out and showing a better third round.
Third and final between Jason Ball and Colin Fletcher here in Birmingham, in England. It's all part of Bama 9. Double jab, right hand, overhand right from Ball. He's opened up like a house of fire here, Jason Ball. Can he keep it going?
Ball knows he's got to get a knockout or a tap out in order to win this bout. Fletcher needs to be safe, because when you have an animal backed up into the corner, that's when they're the most dangerous.
Now we know that Jason Ball has knockout power in his hands. Can he put a clean shot on the kisser of the Freak Show? He's got to get on the inside of those leg kicks, on the inside of the jab. There is a cut now over the eye of the Freak Show. An indication for Ball, maybe a positive inspiration that he can do damage when he comes in, and he opens that cut a little more with that turning right hand.
He needs to follow that kick up, meaning that as soon as the kick comes coming in right behind it, get him backing up, get him trying to land that shot. But whenever he lets him reassert himself in his stance, then he's off or he's throwing shots back.
You're right, Pierre. For the first time in this fight, Jason Ball is backing up Colin Fletcher, but he's going to keep it going here. Fletcher may be starting to gas a little. Ball on the front foot continuously. Can he get on the inside? Checks a low kick. Gets out of the way of the left hand, but he's got to counter with the right. Catch and sweep here from Fletcher. Are we going to go to ground for the first time? Hammer fist strike does the job. Now we're on the ground. Fletcher inside the guard of Jason Ball. Now the game changes, Pierre.
And this may be because, like you said you saw that Fletcher looked like he was a little bit fatigued. Maybe this is a way to right. Look at the beautiful transition there by Fletcher.
From these positions, the Freak Show has so many options, so many moves. You never know what is going to come. The view, if you were a bird, inside the guard here, the butterfly guard of Jason Ball. Right arm in there for Freak Show.
Now, when you try to make these type of sweeps on a long-limbed opponents, it's just that much harder because they're able to post, whereas a normally limbed person would not be able to. So this is going to be hard work here. However, saying that,
Fricho takes the back belly to back suplex. He went for it. That crowd appreciated it and moved to side control.
Looking for a head and arm choke, possible anaconda. Is he going to be able to make it?
Can he find it? Not yet. But the Freak Show surely setting it up here in the third and final north-south position now.
Are we going to see a possible inverted triangle maybe? Or he's going to work to the back?
It's so exciting, Pierre, when the Freak Show is in action. You just never know what's going to happen. I love it. And Jason Ball forced to go turtle at the moment. Gets a bit of wrist control on that left arm of Colin Fletcher.
Good hand control by Ball, looking to get a double or a single leg press, and Freak Show up against the cage. However, Freak Show has the neck. We know that is his signature move. Can he get it?
He'll choke you like a $2 steak if he lectures it on here. Freak Show and Ball gets free. Now, can the tide turn? Can the pendulum swing once again to the hands of Jason Ball? Time is the enemy of Ball. He threads the right hand to the jaw. Uppercut went higher than my cholesterol. Left hand from Ball. This is more like it from Ball. He's backing up Fletcher again.
Fletcher may have set the pace so high that he's showing effects of that from here in the third round. Now, Ball has to press his advantage now. Now is the time. There is no fourth. There is no fifth round. Has to make it happen here in the third.
Uppercut again, almost took out the ring lights. Jason Ball's got to keep coming forward. He can't walk into those front kicks. Threads out a jab. There's no right hand for company. Lazy right hand. Good jab on the back foot from Fletcher. But indeed, Ball is backing him up. He's just not capitalising. He's got to charge in. He's got to close that gap. Now Ball tags with the right hand. Second one missed the target.
Desperate days here for Ball. He's got to make it happen.
Look at Fletcher here, Pierre. His mouth open, gasping for air. He is fatigued, but can Ball capitalise?
Well, if he doesn't, then we already know the outcome. Fletcher needs to keep that distance. Ride this last and final round out.
Ball trying to walk him down. Fletcher on the back foot, still throws a round kick to the liver section. Cuts off the cage, does Ball. Nice bit of footwork. He's going to try and stop the movement here of the Freak Show.
What I'd like to see Fletcher doing, though, is not going in a straight line. He needs to circle out, make Ball reposition, turn to actually punch him. Buy himself some time, ride the round out.
Final 10 seconds. Is there a Hail Mary shot left here for Jason Ball? They go toe-to-toe and Ball tags him twice, 3 times. Jason Ball connected cleanly 3 times to the Freak Show, but it still won't be enough.
Like the old adage goes, a little bit too late.
Cut over the left eye, cut under the right eye. Still doing some dance moves in the cage as we have a look how it went down in the third and final round here. Jason Ball finally went on the attack. It took him 2 rounds to wake up. In the third, he suddenly came out all guns blazing. The final 10 seconds going toe-to-toe with Freak Show was what the fans wanted. They finally got an appetizer of it, not a main course, just a little taste. If only though, Pierre, if only he would have done it earlier.
Now with the last stanza, the crowd was actually on their feet as they traded blow for blow. Again, like you said, it was the best stanza for Jason Ball in the fact that he landed 3 straight shots. Had he had a little bit more gas, it may have been a different story.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. After 3 5-minute rounds of MMA action, we ask our judges at ringside for their decisions. Our 3 scoring judges, Ashley Grimshaw, Sully Mahmood and Andy Roberts, all have the contest 30 points to 27 points. It is a unanimous decision in favour of our winner. From the blue corner, Colin Freak Show Fletcher.
Well, I think it's a win, but not for the dancing. It was a great end to the fight, and after all of that, you still smiled.
Oh, thoroughly enjoyed it. Got to thank Jason most of all. I kind of knew what it was going to be. I wanted to test myself. I wanted to fight Jason. He's a fantastic fighter. I've watched him for years and years. Got nothing but respect for him. It was the fight I wanted. I love fights like that. That's what it's all about for me.
You were happy to stand with the man who fought Eubank Jr. last out and went the distance with him. You were happy to stand with him?
Some people might say I'm crazy. Who knows?
Who would say that? Nice gimps, by the way. Fantastic fight. Did it go to plan for you?
Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted, a 3-round battle. I've been wanting one for a while, so I got what I wanted, really. Here's me, fellas.
Here they come. Slightly scary. I think we'll end the interview there. Put a hand together for A, the Gimps, and B, your winner. It is the Freak Show, Colin Fletcher. Scared, I'm getting out of here.